There we are.
Yeah, let me just stream it to the audience on Twitter. 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Title it. We'll just do it.
What the?
There you go.
That's great. We're live now.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Are you kidding me?
There's no one in. Right.
No, nobody's in yet. We'll wait a few minutes. People will get to hear this. What the heck? I'm doing a million things at once.
Paul's is first.
That's great.
One in. Yay. Hey, Paul.
Yay.
This is like the Patreon chat.
Oh, my God. I'm sitting there. I wasn't even put one in. It's like the first time we were live.
Yeah.
Second. TSG is saying second. We got a battle already. There we go. Oh my God. Let's say hi to everybody in the chat. There's nobody there.
That won't take long. Huh? That won't take long.
No. All right. I told you I've been threatening to do it. And to do it, you have to hit two buttons. It's end stream and then go down and hit end stream. But I'm like, I got things going on. I'm like flights I'm managing. I'm looking at things. I was like, I'll hit this. And I was literally typing to the people in the chat. Hey, thanks for everybody being here. And I look up, I'm like, we're off.
I thought you did it as a joke. I thought you
no,
the end one as a laugh.
I don't need this. Technical issues. Jordan, right side home. Right side home, technical issues.
Oh, dear. Never mind.
If you shout into the YouTube and it's not on, is anybody there? Does it make a noise? Oh, there God.
There we go. Never mind. We're back.
Oh, we're back. All right. Nice to see you back. Hey, it's Tuesday. It's still Tuesday. Oh, my God.
Now I want to see what AI does with that.
Yeah. Well, when I produce the show, it'll all be together. So I've got recording here. I'll stitch it so everything's all together and the audio only, and I'll see what AI does with that. It probably won't even recognize that we went away. See, I heard the music playing. I stopped paying attention. I didn't pay attention that the music wasn't the beep, beep, beep. You know?
Yeah, I thought it was a joke. I thought you were messing about until it said, "Oh, it's ended."
See, people are texting me about flights. I can't. I just ended the show because oh God.
Never mind. All right. We're all back.
I can't.
Back. It's okay.
Yeah, hang on. I gotta tell people to stop. I can't. I can't.
Yeah. But no, we're here, guys. I saw some comments, by the way, just whilst you're sorting that, Deej. I saw some comments in the chat about Kajaki. I don't think TSG said he saw it and enjoyed it, but had some issues with it because of the rather close nature of the subject matter. And I think Old School Kung Fu Film said he'd seen it as well. It's a tough watch, guys. I agree. Absolutely. And it's quite tricky at the end as well, but well worth seeing for those that haven't seen it. Definitely. I know, as I keep saying, third week in a row. But I get that it's tough. Alrighty. So sure.
All right.
Well,
I'm going to hit the right button. We're going to get into the show, but hopefully while we're doing, the people are building up because our numbers are still building back up. They were before I kicked everybody. I was like, we come back and Steve's like, did you just end the show? I go, I did. Oh my God. And you can't rejoin. It's over. It's live and it's not.
Steve, I lost all my points.
Oh God. Yeah. It's like it turned into a game. All right, here we go. Now let's see. Let me find the right button to hit here. I can never do that.
We are Brightside Theater.
Hey, home theater nerds. Welcome to the multi-award-winning home theater podcast. That's
part
all. Yeah, part two. I don't know. I was doing so well. That's all about the experiences, the sites. There's his button. I can't even find out anymore. Here.
The sounds.
There it is. Okay.
The scenes, part two.
There we go.
let the record show, Deej, just so you know, you've done 2 25-hour podcasts.
They went smoother than the last
Multiple
20
people
minutes.
Smooth, no hitches, no glitches, nothing.
Oh, God.
And we can't go 20 minutes without killing everybody.
Yeah. We were like John Wick to the whole show.
Yes.
I hope my dogs are okay.
Oh, God, never mind. We're back again.
We are back.
Yeah, that's it. We reset the chat. Comes in. It'll make it easier for me saying hi to everyone because there's fewer there now.
Yeah, exactly.
Less to go through.
Yeah, let's say the first in was 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. So Paul was first in. Hey, Paul.
Oh my God.
Jordan was second in. Hey, Jordan. TSG's in. Hey, TSG, local boy. And then we've got Rach managed to find us. What I'm Rach, as did Dom. Good man. Bill did as well. Hey, Bill. Captain AC3's in. Jack Lee says, "What the heck?"
Yeah.
Very good. In my best sort of Aussie accent. Sorry, Jack. It's terrible. Apologies. Jan's in part 2. What on Jan? Yeah, you found it as well. Old School Kung Fu Films is found us as well.
There's my boy.
Travis,
always making me feel better. Steve Brock coming in making me feel better. I just joined, so it's no different to him.
Well, good. Nothing happened.
Thanks, John.
All good. Yeah. And Travis is in as well. I didn't notice either, so that's good news. He hasn't told us off. And Blind Guy's in as well. Hey, buddy. So yeah, the gang is now all present and correct.
Yeah.
I think Beth was in as well. I thought I saw Beth. That is, she may be.
She was in the last one.
Yeah, she's probably wondering where everyone's gone.
Yeah, she's probably aggravated. She went to a more stable show.
Yeah. What about horses?
Yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah, stable show. There you go.
Why the long face?
I see what you did there. Oh God.
Right, I just trot these out.
Oh.
On the hoof.
Right.
So.
Oh God.
So yeah, so right, let's calm things down. Let's get back on the rails. So earlier this week, then trailer. Yeah, good anger management, like it. Actually, no, that's Bad Boys. Sorry.
Yes, Bad Boys.
Anger management is the other one, isn't it? Yeah. So earlier this week, then a trailer dropped for a movie that I didn't even know was being shot, let alone completed and out month after next. And that film was Sisu, Part 2, subtitled or tagline, Revenge. What was it? Road to Revenge.
Yeah.
Which is just such a cool title. That could be the
way you love that movie. They could have said Sisu goes for lemonade, and you'd be like, "Oh my God, this is the best movie ever."
Sisu, round Steve's house.
Yeah.
Done.
Sisu's Evil Dead Rises, and you'd be like, "Oh,
loaded." Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Spontaneously combusted.
Yeah, exactly.
So we did not know anything about it. Had no idea. Even Jordan didn't know, and Jordan's got his ear to the ground with this sort of stuff. None of us knew. It just dropped, and there it was. So anyway, so I texted you guys. I sent you the trailer, you and John, because we talked about Sisu a lot. Yeah, and you texted back a cryptic response. Steve, what did you text back?
I'd have to read it, but it was something
remind you to do what?
To tell you about this story this week.
Do tell.
So I think it was when it might have been all the way back. No, it couldn't have been Father's Day. Where did I see my dad last? I can't remember. It was a few, recently when I saw my dad. We're talking about, I stopped by their place like a month ago, a few weeks ago. And he's like, he was telling me about stuff that he had seen recently. And I think he saw it on Paramount or something like that. And he's telling me about this movie. And he's like, oh my God, it's so good. He's like, it's just crazy, but it was just really good action and this. And I'm like, he goes, have you ever heard it? You probably haven't heard of it. You probably haven't seen it. And the description of it, I said, no, I haven't heard of that. And then the more he described it, but he had said, he goes, have you seen SISU? And I was like, no. And he goes, yeah, it's on Paramount. Now, I don't know when he says that. I don't know if it's a movie or a show. I don't know what he's saying. He goes, yeah,
NCIS.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm thinking, I'm like, and you're racking the Rolodex of your brain looking for an SISU movie. And I'm like, SISU. I'm like, what could that be? And then the more he described it, he's like, yeah, what was it World War II or whatever? And he's, it's just crazy. He's like, they're doing all that. And I was like, oh, Sisu? And he goes, is that how you say it? I go, I don't know. Maybe you're right, but we've been saying it on the show for like 2 years. I go, Sisu. I go, it got like almost got a home theater movie of the year 2 years ago, Dad. And he's like, oh. I go, you must have missed that episode, my show. But he called it CISU, SISU. And he kept saying that. And I was like, what the? Yeah. So
it's because it's all caps.
He loved it. Yes, exactly. But there's no periods in between. But
no.
But yeah, he loved it. Yeah, absolutely loved it. And he was like, and again, I didn't know that at the time, I didn't know there was a sequel coming out. I can't wait to hear him say sequel to SISU, sequel to SISU.
SISU 2, yeah.
SISU 2. Oh, yeah, well, SISU 2.
I'm walking here.
As you.
Man, no, but it does look good. Did you watch the trailer?
No, I told you the two things I've done this week for entertainment. Yeah.
It looks more bonkers than the first one. It looks absolutely crazy.
Is it possible? He's a human being on the outside of a plane.
Yeah, this one I think has pushed it even further.
He lived without a shoot too, right? He never had a shoot in that one.
No shoot. I mean, but then he was hung at one point as well, and was fine with that too. You know, he is invincible. But Stephen Lang's in it. Stephen Lang seems to be playing the Russian bad guy in it, which looks kind of cool. And it looks great. I mean, Road to Revenge. I will be there day one, first day. I've got to see it.
The first one was the Road to Revenge.
Well, this one's an even longer Road to Revenge.
Yeah. Well, clearly they needed 2 movies to do it. So, that's it. I did SISU do that well? Like monetarily?
Well, it was a micro budget. It's a micro budget. The fact that we know about it, that we've seen it, and that we raved about it. I mean, it's been on Netflix. It's it's for a movie that was made on nothing. Because if you think about that last movie, it's all shot very cheaply until you get the plane at the end. I think it's next to nothing. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be great. We won't get it on home theater this year, I don't think, because it hits November, I think. So we'll get it in the new year, but I absolutely can't wait. So yeah, very, very cool. And I like that. Yeah, SISU. That would have confused me as well.
It was like a few minutes as he was describing it. I had no idea he was talking about Sisu, and I was like, huh? So, but yeah, and I kept meaning to bring it up on the show, obviously, but I was like, you forget, you sit down. I can't even get the show right. I can't even get the buttons right here. So how am I going to remember what I want to talk about? You said it earlier when we were talking. You're like, yeah, you got a story. I go, I do. Tell me what it is. Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah,
was that someone new? We got EPRFA in the chat.
Is that
say hello, everyone?
I wasn't sure. Hello.
Well, hello.
Hello, EPRFA.
SISU, EPRFA.
We got letters flying all over the place here.
Yeah, well, he's a VIP. We'll deal with them on the QT.
Yeah.
And ASAP.
Yeah. People talking in the chat about Nobody 2 dropping today on streaming.
Yeah. That is very quick.
Yeah. Yeah. It's I do believe, if I look behind me here, it should be where did it go? There it is. Yep.
Okay, got it already. Yeah, nice.
Yep, got it today.
Very cool. Very cool.
Nobody 2.
That is extremely short, but it's great. It is good.
Yeah. That's why I was surprised, because it's been getting decent decent reviews, and it dropped already. So I guess the foot traffic at the theaters wasn't doing as well recently, so they just dropped it.
Yeah, it must have dropped off. But again, fair warning, you'll never look at water slides the same way again.
Yeah, I wanted to take it in today. It was only an hour and a half long, but I didn't get a chance to. I was running around. But yeah, I was excited to see that it was dropping today, and I had already pre-purchased it, so I knew it. And that was the other thing. When I got up this morning, it hadn't downloaded yet. It was a little delay on the Kaleidoscape. Usually I get up, anything that drops that day, you already have it. But I saw it like around noontime. Our time here is, it was like, that's when it first started downloading. I went on the, like, I found the other movie that I'm going to talk about later. That was there this morning, first thing. I downloaded that. Didn't know it was coming out, but yeah, it was weird. That was weird. But
that feels very short. I mean, there's people saying in the chat 45 days, but to me that feels like a couple of weeks back. You know that, and I saw it
since you probably saw it. Yeah,
it came out.
It feels it, but kind of like the show, Steve. It's like time fly. You know, if you look back, I bet you it was like 6 weeks ago we talked about it. Or something like that.
Yeah, no, it does.
You forget. Right, it does. Time flies because, like you said, we were talking about the 25-hour show. That's literally 2 months away now.
Yeah, not far.
Looking at 2 months from now, we'll be. You know, I was thinking it was a month away. I was like, oh my God, I got a month for that. I was like, oh no, wait, it's a month from now. So 2 months.
Yeah. Or 20 minutes worth, depending on which button you press.
Yeah. So, I mean, tune in and get everything you can because who knows what button I'm going to hit. I mean, I might find out this is an ejector seat and it's like DJ just gone.
So 3 parts last time and the time before, but 27 parts this time.
Yeah.
Done it again.
Yeah. Oh God. I can't believe I did it. I can't believe I finally did it.
You've nearly done it. What, about 4
almost every time? Only a couple of weeks have I done it right without hesitation, you know?
Yeah.
And so yeah, there, at least I got that off my chest. It's like, I know I can do it and it can be done. And I know what's great is look at the chat's thriving again. Everybody, it seems everybody's back. It'll grow from here, of course. But yeah, thank you to everybody for tuning in twice today. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Appreciate it. Yep. And that's why we're here, right, Steve? It's like, it's hard not to be here now.
Oh God.
We've got responsibilities.
True. Yeah, but it's our stress relief. There's no question about it. No matter how rough the week is, by the end of this, you always feel better. Yep. I don't know about those listening, can't talk for them or watching, but for me, and and I know you guys and John as well, always feel better at the end than we do at the beginning. It's just cool.
Yeah. Other than at the end, we got a whole week to wait till we do it again.
True. But then we build up stress. Ready again.
Yeah. And one more thing before we get into our experiences for the week. Before next week, I'm flying out tomorrow morning to Cedia. That's one of the things I'm in the middle of going through for flights right now. I already have everything, but we're trying to change a couple of things to make it a little bit more convenient for me because some stuff has popped up. But yeah, flying out tomorrow. I'll be in Denver tomorrow for sure. And then I fly back on Saturday morning. So I don't know if I'll be able to report from Cedia. I'm like, you and I'll talk, see what we can do.
Yeah,
like we did last time. I'm just keeping it simple. Take my phone, take my earpieces, and we'll do what we did because remember we tried to get complicated with it and we tried to do all this and it just wasn't working from the floor and it wasn't. So, but yeah, I've been talking with Todd from AV Nirvana. He's already there helping set up if you're following him on Twitter. I'm hoping to be, I'll be there tomorrow. The show starts, what's tomorrow's? The show starts on Thursday. So I'll be there Thursday. I'll be there obviously till Friday, Thursday and Friday, but I won't be at Cedia on Saturday. But I'll be around. So if anybody else is around, I gotta hit up Martin too because Martin lives in Denver now. So I gotta hit him up. Maybe he.
Van Gool says you're going to be in his state.
Yeah, he said he's not. I think Van Gool, if I remember right, you're closer to Colorado Springs, if I remember right. Which is where I go for USA Hockey when I fly out there for that. That's been a few years, but yeah. Yep. So we got that for next week's show.
You can take the glasses for the plane, try them out.
Absolutely. They're already packed. I'm downloading stuff to my phone as we speak so that I can just, so I don't have to use the Wi-Fi on the plane. Just sit back, even in the airport, just everything. Just
how long's the flight?
Well, that's the thing. They're trying to book me a direct flight right now, but I don't know if that's going to affect my other flight. I have one flight. I leave at the way it's scheduled now is I leave here at 7 a.m. I get to Chicago at like 10 or something like that, I think. And then where I fly out of Chicago at 10:30, I'm sorry. And then I get to Denver because of the time change and everything. I land in Denver around 11:30. So, but that would be 1:30 our time. So I leave at 7 my time, land at 1:30 my time here. But that's 11:30 because it's 2 hours difference. So
okay, because you're going east to west, aren't you?
Yeah,
so,
going, go west, young man. So I'm not a young man.
It's
but I'm
mountain
going
time.
west.
Is it mountain time? they
Yes.
call it?
Yeah, it's mountain time, right before Pacific. So, well, yeah. So I'm heading out for that, and but yeah, if anybody's around there, let me know. Yep.
Well, again, let me know, man. If you want, you want to do a quick show, quick recording,
Yeah.
whatever.
We'll see how it goes. See what the floor's like. I'll probably spend most of Thursday walking the floor. Thursday morning, I'll walk the floor and stuff. Talk to people. I got some appointments with some sound rooms that I've already been scheduled to see. I got Friday morning. We have a press event for I forget which sound room it was, but it's that's a big one. With I'm pretty sure that's the one with Lumagen and Chris Seymour again and all that. So looking forward to that. There's so many things. The one that Todd was talking I saw on Twitter. I was just talking to him about the new Christie projector that's 400 pounds. Never been.
That's quite cheap, actually. Oh, not English pounds.
Yeah. Exactly.
You're talking about weight. Oh, right, fine, very different. Okay.
A lot of cool stuff. Looks like there's going to be a lot of cool stuff to see.
Did you see him stood next to those subwoofers that are bigger than he is? They look like the Back to the Future ones.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh.
I saw some other stuff that him and I were talking about. That's never. Yeah. He texted me some stuff too. So yeah, it's the big. Yeah, those things are insane.
Are they going to be on demo?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Everything's there. They're not rolling it out for you to stare at it. It's like most of that stuff. You're going there to see and like experience it.
Gosh, I wonder how they'll demo it. I mean, how do you demo a speaker that's bigger than you?
Yeah. Well, that's what's funny. That's what's hard about that next level acoustics. Next level, I'm going to see them. They're the first time I've been talking with Rob, one of the owners of the company. They're in Massachusetts. They're right in Medfield. I've been talking to him for like 3 weeks, trying to get over there for 3 weeks now. Recently, but this goes back 2 years when Travis hooked me up with him 2 years ago after Cedia. And we've been talking. I haven't been able to get to him on a Friday. And I'm like, I want to get there before Cedia so I can hear your stuff at your demo room before I hear it there. But I'm going to see Rob there, so I'll be Next Level Acoustics is having a huge thing. They're the ones, that might be the one that's on Friday morning, if I remember right. And because Rob emailed me, or he texted me, he contacted me, and he's like, "Hey, we got this room." I go, "Yeah, I know. I'm already in on it." It's like, "I've already been invited. I'll be there. I'll see you, buddy." He's like, "Oh, cool." It's like, so he was trying to get me to go already. So, but yeah, it was really cool. I can't wait to hear that.
Who's doing the big ones then? Who's doing those?
I think the big speaker. I think those are Ascendos. I think. Okay, wow. If I remember right, I know. They were before. It might not be right now. I'd have to look on Twitter right now with Todd there. But
awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's the those are the I'm pretty sure that's the infrasonics. So that's getting down into the single digits. So great stuff. Great stuff.
I mean, the only thing with that, I mean, I know nothing. Again, you know me, DJ. I don't know anything about this stuff really. I watch my movies and that's fine. But the weird thing that I would have thought with a speaker that size, let's just say, like, price, don't care. Want it? Yep, great. I'll have 5. Fine. If you really wanted to. Yeah. But then how do you pair a speaker that size with anything else?
That's
you can ask Todd this when you're there. I mean, so you go, well, I'll have a back wall of those.
It's all in the processing. It's all in the processing. So that's where you get into your Trinovs, your Storm audio. It's all in the audio processing, and they'll have the crossover. They'll know what frequencies to send to where. And when you're dealing with a speaker like that literally there isn't another speaker on the planet that is probably going, or in that room or the planet, that's going to hit those frequencies. So now you're trying to, that's where the art comes in this technology. You can't just say, I'm going to have this speaker do this and this speaker do this, because if the crossover isn't matched perfectly, you could be canceling out frequencies. So that's where, for all the people that like, oh, the Trinovs will do that, it's not really worth it. It doesn't do all the Storm audio and the processing there's so much computing going on in there. And the processing of being able to cross that over smoothly so that you get a one uniform, perfect sound in that room. To your point, it's like you and I go in and be like, just turn this one up and do this one here. And you'd be like, I don't hear nothing. Yeah, you just canceled everything out. So, but yeah, it's all in the processing and the crossovers, if you will, stuff like that. So
I double dare you, Deej, to go in there and say, this will work great with my soundbar.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So yeah, exactly. You go in the room and they go, any questions? Any questions? There's all these industry experts and installers and DJ in the back going. So my Sonos soundbar in the front, and if I put this behind me, does that work? Does it work with the Sonos system? Is that cool? Because so I can get rid of my Sonos sub and I can put this in the back. Is that cool?
Would it work with my
Everybody
PC
will know who
and
Brightside
do?
Home Theater is. That's for sure. Like, did you hear that idiot?
I've just managed to get my Amiga and my Jet Set Woody thing set up. Would it work with that?
Yeah, exactly. Oh God. Oh yeah.
But they do look cool. I dread to think what the price of them is.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
You know, I mean, but as a concept, it's a great idea. You know, no one's ever going to be able to have one in a normal room in a million years.
What
Because
will
most
we
people
in?
won't have a room big enough.
The room that we had the demo in that Mikey Schramm got to go to, that was at Sound Room 4 last year. Paul in the chat, security. I lose my badge and like, boom.
Hang with it.
You get out of here. I'm like, yeah, we've dealt with security. I've dealt with, I watched Brett deal with security.
To be escorted
security.
From the staying too late.
Yeah, Sound Room 4 last year, the subs that were in that room alone, I think we had it. Todd and I were sitting there, we're looking around, we're counting, and it was like $350,000 worth of subwoofers. Just that alone, because the room was over $1 million.
Yeah.
And yeah. So yeah, it's crazy what you can do.
Oh yeah. I'll let you pronounce the name of this person, but he's asking you a question.
Yeah, Rich Lickle Poor Boy.
Very good. There we go.
Rich Lickle Poor Boy. At Brightside Home Theater, DJ, is that your front stage in the background? If so, what speakers are those? Yeah, that is my front stage for my temporary home theater right now. I'm in between theaters. So yeah, but I mean, what's great about this is, yes, we talked about this last week was the first week in here, but those are the SVS Ultra bookshelves that I had in my other theater underneath it. Or if I step aside or slide aside, I should say. Where's my microphone? There we go. That's the SVS Ultra Center. Under that is a PB 2000, not the Pro. I bought it before the Pros existed. And then on the sides here, I'm just running a 5.1 right now, but right next to me, elevated a little bit, are the SVS Prime bookshelf speakers up there. Prime satellite speakers are up there right now. I'm hoping to get, as soon as I get back, I'll probably be ordering a couple of 4 elevation. I'm trying to find the older elevation. I don't need the new ones in here, but the Prime elevation speakers so I can get the Atmos going in here. But this 5.1 system is really good. But yeah, that's what I'm running right now. And that's a 75-inch Sony Bravia 5 that I'm running right now. And I'm sitting about 6.5
still got your
feet
blood
away.
on it, isn't it, Deej, from your...
Yeah, exactly. I still have the picture. I just saw it scroll by a minute ago. But yeah.
I would say you haven't suffered for your art.
No. I've suffered. And it's not suffering. We love it. I'm getting all tangled up here. But yeah, I'd hate to call it suffering. But yes, there's real suffering. All right. Speaking of suffering, let me see. Let me pull up an image here. Share screen. Entire screen. Let me try not to end the show.
Part 3.
You want to start with this one?
Oh, yeah, can do. Yeah.
Can do. We'll come in with this one. Or do you want to put this between a couple of, because you have a couple of other that you...
Tunes and Terrors.
Tunes
and Terrors.
Tunes,
We've got
and
Tunes
Terrors.
and Terrors. Yeah.
All right.
Take your pick. Or we can do a super quick one. We could do the one beginning with M there, with the red. We've had it there for a little while. It's a portrait, not a landscape picture. I don't know if you've got that one. There it is. At the top, second in from the left.
Yeah.
Might as well do this one because I don't know if you've seen this. So
I saw the first episode, and yeah, let's do this one right now. Right. Let me find, where's this?
Televisual crack.
Yeah. Here we go. All right. We're going to leave it in the, yeah. Okay. Here we go.
Okay. Yeah. So this one, everyone in their cat has seen, apart from me, I think, until recently, and Deej, as it turns out, other than episode 1. And this is the Paramount Plus original. Tom Hardy, Pierce Brosnan, and Helen Mirren starring Mobland, which I think came out in January. Pretty sure it was.
Yeah.
John
talked about it.
Did he though?
I think well, he mentioned it on the show,
Yeah.
and that's what made me see it. But yeah.
I think it might have been off air though, Deej, because I think we were talking about accents. I think we were joking about the accents because it's become a thing. Pierce Brosnan and Helen Mirren's Irish accents in it are a thing to behold. I think of beauty and terror all in one. So I've only seen it recently. I mean, I'll come clean. I subscribed to Paramount Plus for like a week because I wanted to see the opening couple of episodes of what's it called, Twisted Metal season 2.
Yeah.
And whilst I had it for the week, and I watched those two quickly, and then I had it for the week, and I thought, oh, what else is on there? And then of course this came up, and I thought, well, I'll give it a go. And I watched the first episode, and I watched it on the glasses because I was out and about, and I thought, well, I'll give it a watch, and that was it. And I ended the first episode straight into the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and over 2 days or thereabouts, I watched the whole thing. It was, as I say, televisual crack. I simply could not stop watching it. And I blasted through the whole thing. And I'm someone who, of late, has been quite critical of Tom Hardy. I think he's appeared in some disappointing work of late. And I was beginning to wonder whether he had other pursuits and acting was becoming a bit of it pays for the stuff I'm really interested in. And what I mean by that, Venom: The Last Dance did nothing for me. The one he came out on Netflix of late that I know I reviewed on the Havoc, was it? I think on the show, that again I didn't think much of, but this is awesome. He's fantastic in this, and I mean, as I say, Pierce Brosnan and Helen Mirren are fun. Their accents are dreadful, but they are fun. It's got Paddy Considine in it, who's really, really good, and it's an engaging, really interesting Guy Ritchie directed and ran series. So it's really, really good. On the glasses, it looked and sounded great. The opening credits, and that's really cool. The music's very, very good, which I've since downloaded. I think this series is fantastic and interesting that, again, our Rich Nickel, poor boy, said he really enjoyed it and looking forward to season 2. Me too. And that's one that I may subscribe to Paramount Plus for that, because I've got to see it. I mean, I thought it was brilliant. I don't know, Jordan, hopefully you can help me out with this. I don't know whether there's a physical release coming. If there is, I'll pick this up day one, because I'd happily rewatch this, but I'd prefer to watch it on physical media. But it was great. Really, really good. And I know John enjoyed it. And again, he laughed at the accents, as did I. And so what did you think of episode 1, Deej?
I liked it. I don't know. I can't remember. It was a while ago. I can't remember why I fell off of it though. It was, but I liked the interaction, especially with Tom Hardy and Pierce Brosnan in episode 1. I thought it looked good, but the other thing is, I'm pretty sure. I mean, look, I was just messing with the images.
No.
Yes, I think it dropped.
Really?
Today. Yes, there it is. There it is. $24.99, 4K SDR. Yeah.
Okay.
But that's typically how they do it. They'll like on any of these streaming services and stuff. It's a 4K SDR image.
$24.99 is a steal for the entire series.
Yeah. You get how many episodes? To say it was 10 episodes. Yeah, they are. Yep. So I saw that one today. It's funny that you had it on the list, but yeah. But yeah, I saw it and I was like, oh, $24.99. I'm like, pretty cool. Maybe I'll
download for the plane. You do the whole lot.
Well, it's Kaleidoscape, so Kaleidoscape's home.
Oh, of course,
but I could stream it from the plane. But then why would I do that? Well, I'm going to wait till I get home watching on Kaleidoscape.
No, indeed. But it's well worth seeing. It's really, really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah. Addictive as anything. Really well done. Violent as all hell as well.
Yeah.
What you got to expect with Guy Ritchie.
Well, the attitude of it and everything in the show was like, there's Helen Mirren too. Right? Like there's just, they don't take anything from anybody. And there's like, okay, you want me to take care of this? Okay. Like Pierce Brosnan looking at Tom Hardy, like, yeah, got it. I'm going. And then like that opening, oh my God, so good.
Yeah. It's fantastic. It really is. And as I said, it looked and sounded great as well. It's only, it was, I think, it's 4K, but only Dolby Digital 5.1, I think on the Paramount Plus, from what I remember anyway.
Yeah.
But of course I was watching it on the glasses, but it really did look good. And sounded great. And yeah, I had a whale of a time with it. When it ended, it's one of those, I just want to watch season 2 straight away. But got to wait for that. Jordan says no UK Blu-ray release for Mobland announced yet. May happen eventually, given how popular it is. I certainly hope so. I really do. I mean, Twisted Metal was a Paramount Plus thing. Season 1 came out on Blu-ray, so hopefully this will get a release at some point. And as I said, day one, no brainer, buy it straight away for me. I thought it was great, really, really good.
Nice.
And as I said, I know John really liked it as well.
Yeah, cool. All right,
nice quick one.
All right, nice quick one. There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, sorry. Blind Guy says, sorry, Twisted Metal on Peacock. Yeah, that's in the US. Over here, it's on Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks, Blind Guy. Thank you for that.
Cool. All right. Let's see. All righty. Let's remove that. All right. You want to do another one? Since I
go for it.
One other, then we'll probably
the
close
orange one
last.
there. Yeah. Do you want to do the one that's orange? So top of the thing, they're third in from the left. Just there.
Yeah, this will be good. All right. Here we
There we go. All righty. Yeah, we looking forward to talking about this one.
All right.
Okie dokie. Let me apologize again, friends and neighbors, for one awful image. And I can only apologize. Animated menus, man.
It is what it is, though.
And also Dutch angle. That looks like I'm on a ship when I took that.
And the audio only people on Friday are like, yeah, thanks, Steve.
Sounds good to us.
Yeah, exactly. That image sounds awesome.
Yeah, sounds great. Sounds great, that image. I like it. It hears great.
Yep.
So
Blind Guy's not impressed.
I'm appalled at my image quality sometimes, and I can only apologize for that. So this is then Poseidon, the Arrow release, not Shout, unfortunately, but the Arrow release. Later rivals won't know what that's all about. But yeah, this is the Arrow release of 2006's Poseidon. I've got to check because I can't get this wrong. 2006. I was right. Thank goodness for that. Right. Thought so. So yeah, Poseidon 2006, just recently re-released. It's in 4K, DTS HD 5.1 master audio. And yeah, so I thought I had the Blu-ray of this. Turns out I didn't. I must have had the DVD, and when I got rid of my DVDs, it went with it, and forgot all about it. You've seen this, I know, Deej. Yeah.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because
okay.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. So so Kurt Russell, Richard Dreyfuss, Fergie is in it. Not for very long, but she is. Spoiler alert. But there's, it's a fairly all-star cast, and of course it's a remake of the Poseidon adventure, a very loose remake of it, but that's what it is.
Right.
And directed by our friend, I think it's Wolfgang Peterson, I do believe.
Okay.
So of course he was the guy who then directed Air Force One. And you'll remember one of your foibles or one of your problems with Air Force One was that shot of the plane coming into land, and it's almost Scorpion King level of it's a cartoon. Okay.
Yeah.
Now the reason I raise that is this movie begins that shot you see there is kind of how the movie starts, and it begins with a shot of Josh Lucas, who's also in this, of course, our stealth friend. Josh Lucas, who's also in this. Who it begins with him running along the deck of a ship. Okay. Now someone obviously thought, I know what. This is a great way to begin this. So we'll do what we'll do is we'll establish this boat, this Poseidon, with a non-stop CG shot of him running, and then we'll pull back and we'll pan around the boat, and then we'll sort of come back to him as he's running around the ship. And someone obviously hired the same CGI artist who did the boat, the plane in Air Force One, because honestly, Deej, right? If I told you to draw with just using crayons and nothing else, you'd probably draw a more real. Well, I know you would, but I'd probably draw a more realistic boat than what is shown here. So, and that's how it begins. And I must admit, when it started, I thought, oh my God, I thought this is awful. And the 4K is not helping it. And I thought, oh no, I know. Luckily, that shot is a couple of minutes long and then it's gone. And you don't get many more of these establishing shots in the daylight. Everything's done at night, thank goodness, because then you sort of could go along with it. So I did really enjoy it. I haven't seen it for a long, long time. Like I said, I had the DVD, hadn't seen it for ages, but I did enjoy it. And it's very short. Again, it's only like 90 odd minutes. It's really short for this kind of movie.
Yeah.
So it rattles along, and it's silly and it's stupid. And again,
Yeah.
if I told you to draw a diagram of the of the plot, you'd get it right. Who's going to live? Who's going to die? You'd have it right. And so I think it is predictable. It's cheesy, but it's fun. And for 90 minutes, it's a throwaway entertainment. It never hangs around long enough for you to get too annoyed with it. And so I did enjoy it. Now, luckily, what aided in my enjoyment, what improved and my experience, as it turns out, because the delivery system has an impact. So I've heard.
Yes, it does.
Is the home theater experience, which is very cool indeed. This is a lot of fun. Is it referenced? No, it's not. But is it a lot of fun for this kind of movie? Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So
you talk about a submarine movie in a boat that's not supposed to be a submarine.
Well, quite. That's it. Yes. Yeah. It's all upside down. It's all topsy-turvy, this one.
Yeah, exactly. Everything. What's down is up. What's up is down.
Yeah. It's good ship.
Yeah. It's
ship.
Here we go.
So now it's a Warner's movie. And we always talk about, the Warner Brothers and the way how good their discs are, but they've obviously provided to Arrow a decent master for them to either remaster or mess about with, because it is pristine. And right from the beginning, when you see the oldish Warner's logo, you can see how sharp it is. And I have to say, and Arrow can be a bit hit and miss with their video transfers, because they, obviously they do a lot of different movies, but this one is very sharp indeed. And the HDR on it's really good. So whilst it has issues with the opening, it gets really good after that in terms of the image detail and the three-dimensionality. And the audio upmixed to Neural X is a lot of fun. That's the reason to see this, as I'm sure you'd imagine. And when you get, now, spoiler alert, people, it's in the trailer, right? And there's no Patrick Stewart in this, but I will say what there
20
is.
20 years old.
Well, yeah, but people moaned each.
And it's a remake.
True. Well, there are no icebergs, at least. That's good news.
There weren't any in the original.
Yeah,
it was a wave.
It is, as it is in this.
Yeah.
It's a wave.
Yeah, I was like, hi. Oh, I tipped the boat over.
Now, what is good though with this is again, minor spoiler alert. When Richard Dreyfuss goes out onto the balcony of his room, looking wistfully out at sea, and it's at night, and then he sort of sees this wall of water, and as that happens, camera moves, but in front of the wave. So the wave's supposed to be behind you as the camera's moving towards the boat, and the sound then, for the first time, really comes alive. You can feel and hear this wave moving behind you.
Oh, wow.
Because, of course, if you've got 7.1, it's all along the back of the wall and over above you. So you can almost hear the tip of the wave above you, like you're in the tube.
Yeah.
And I honestly was like, whoa.
I'm here for this.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. That needed Lilo and Stitch. It suddenly, or indeed, Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, we had.
Yeah. Where do we get that from? So as it's moving, you feel this, and you can hear this wave coming towards you, and it's all in the back of the room, and then in the overheads, it mixes beautifully, like it was meant to be there.
Yeah,
and so that starts things off great, and then obviously from there, ship goes over, and ship hits the fan. And you can then of course there's sparks coming, there's creaking metal with all the water and shouts and screams and everything, and that doesn't really let up. So for the rest of the movie, there's just this constant wall of sound. And I say not reference because it's from 2006.
Yeah,
but it's really good. And as far as Arrow releases go, I was very, very pleased with this. Notwithstanding the cheese, it's actually a fun movie and a great home theater experience. It's exactly what you want for this kind of film at home. So yeah. I thought great. Really, really enjoyed it, and I definitely recommend it for those. You may not want to spend $24.99 on it, which is what it is over here. I think, from what I remember, you might not want to spend that much. You might want to wait till it's a bit cheaper. But when it is, pick it up and prepare for a fun 90 minutes, because that's exactly what it is. So yeah, I recommend this. Is it on Kaleidoscape, Deej?
Yes. DTS Master Audio 5.1 in HD. Yes.
Okay, yeah. So it'll be the older master. But if it hits in 4K, I really would recommend it. As I said, there's worse ways to spend 90 minutes. And if you want extra immersion, just get someone to chuck a jug of water in your face.
Yeah, it's like
yeah, 40x.
The original from 1972 is available for $10.
That's going to be
Gene
HD.
Hackman, Ernest Borgnine. Oh my God, Red Buttons. Oh yeah, that's funny. Carol Linney, she was awesome. Yeah, that one's available for $10. Same thing, HD. What's the audio on that one? Master Audio 5.1. Let me see how it includes commentary tracks. I could get in Polish in 5.1.
How does the commentary track? He goes, I can't hear a thing.
Yeah,
Makes it realistic.
That would actually be interesting to hear the commentary track. Of,
not underwater.
No, not underwater. But yeah, then there's Beyond the Poseidon Adventure. That was in '79. Was it? I think that was a TV movie, wasn't it? Something like that.
Oh man,
if I remember right.
I'm
Michael
sure
Caine, Sally
I'm not
Field.
sure I've seen it. Yeah,
Telly Savalas.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, Poseidon. Yeah, what's that?
Was it another wave? A bigger wave?
Yeah, I know. Beyond it, like the people that didn't turn their boat sideways to the wave, the ones that just went straight into it, and they didn't tip over.
Yeah, dull movie. It's like a Love Boat.
Yeah, exactly. Oh wait, it's over. All right. It's kind of like this show. 20 minutes. There's nothing to see here. Sorry.
Yeah, but I do, like I said, I do recommend this. I would, but you definitely worse ways to spend 90 minutes.
Yeah, I hadn't seen it in a while because Poseidon Adventure was so it left such an impression on me as a kid. I watched that. My dad was. I don't know if that was one of the late nights I got to stay up and watch one. I remember Towering Inferno. That was one. But there was, but Poseidon Adventure. It might have been a Saturday afternoon one. And it left such an impression with how people were dying and stuff, and like how they had to leave them behind. I mean, as a young kid, I was just like, "What the?" Gotta leave them, let her float away. Remember, and like how the older woman, and you're just like, it was sad. It was just like, and then when I watched this one, I'm not saying that this one's probably just as good, maybe a little bit less or whatever, but
the original's better.
Well, that's what I mean. But but my perception of it is the original is far superior because of such you couldn't, at this age, you can't leave that same impression on me, even if you made the movie better. Right. So that's why it kind of lost a little bit with me, even though I like everybody in it, So
yeah. Kurt Russell's in it as well. He some digs in firefighters in it, which I thought might have been a reference to Backdraft. Yeah, but I'm not sure. He keeps talking about firefighters, and I just someone says, "Oh, about this? There's a firefighter, this, that, and the other." And I thought, are they talking about Backdraft? I don't know. But it's like I said, fun, disposable entertainment. You could definitely do worse.
Yeah.
So and I'm glad I've got it, and I'll watch it again at some point. I'll just start it 2 minutes in, so we don't have to see the dreadful CGI opening.
Oh, yeah, it's awful. I was the one I'll talk about in a little bit is maybe next. I don't know. I was thinking the same thing in that, and luckily it didn't have it. But whenever you watch a movie that was a high CGI, you're like, oh, I always go to Air Force One in my head. That's probably the worst I've in recent memory. It was. I haven't seen that one recently, so that's not in my recent memory. So.
That's the worst one. I mean, I've got the 4K disc. Of course, you guys don't like the mummy movies, do you? So, but I've seen that many times. I mean, that film is just not finished. That film is not finished. They never finished the CG in that. They just released it. So that's worse than this because this is finished. Yeah. It's just it looks what it is, which is a very CG shot.
Yeah.
When you come back midway, all is forgiven. When you see something like this, it's just a different world.
Yeah. It's, but stuff like this makes you appreciate the people that nail it. Oh, go back to Greyhound. The CGI of the ships in that are so. I mean, it's obviously 20 years later, or actually, it was probably about 17 years at the time when that came out. But it's like, there's some movies are better than others, but when you nail it, you're like, is that CGI? Is that not CGI? Like, where are they getting all these World War II battleships? Nope. It's like, that's fake.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know,
Well, there's a reason why they used to make models and use models, miniatures.
And that was worse. That was worse.
Yeah,
because you'd see
water,
like, because there's only so much you can do with like water and make it like, you know, the size difference, like things are still going to move and water's still going to be the same way. With you could tell it's a small boat in a tub. It's like you're spritzing water, but the spritz of water on the boat is the size of the deck. It's like, no, and that's, again, that goes to how well they did like Star Wars. And it's like, you didn't know those were small models at the time. It was, we did, but there was nothing on the screen to give it away, you know? And it's,
if you look at the quality of the miniature work in, say, the Phantom Menace, you know, the big, you know, the balls Federation ships were all miniatures. And when you look at that in 1999, so shot in 98, and this in 2006. I mean, I'll take the 2000 and, you know, the 99 movie all day long. You know, I mean, it's better than this. Yeah. And again, they'd have been better off building a miniature boat and just, you know, CGing around it. But they
splashing with their hand.
To be honest, shots of it in the tub, like with someone with his fingers just doing this, would have been a bit more realistic. Rubber duck floating past.
All right. Cut. Print. Let's go. Next shot. Next shot. Oh God.
Check the gate.
Oh God. Oh boy. All right.
There we go.
All right. Let's see. What do we want to do next? You want to get to all right. Let's do this.
Thank you, pick.
Let's do this.
What's this one?
This is the basically what started Brightside Home Theater.
Okay. Oh, cool.
It's about time. It's a long time coming for this one. Ready? Are you ready, Steve?
I am ready.
Have you seen this movie?
I can't. It's the title of it is Behind the Thing, but I think I know what it is based on what we saw earlier.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Here we go. All right. Buckle up, everybody.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Yep. Been a long time coming. We're talking the Green Lantern. The Green Lantern from Ryan Reynolds' vehicle. For those of you that don't know, Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern from 2011. For some reason, I thought it was earlier than this. But yeah, Ryan Reynolds, which is where he met Blake Lively. Yeah. So it dropped today on Kaleidoscape in Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos. And so I had to grab it. And the funny thing is, it was like yesterday, I'm going through my phone and downloading movies for the trip. And one of the movies I was going to download was this, because I've been wanting to do this for a long time. And I was like, oh, this will be a good one to watch on the plane. I could talk about it next week on the show and the classes or whatever. And I didn't download it. And for whatever reason, because I downloaded some other stuff, just hadn't gotten to it. And I get up this morning and I'm like, it's just weird how things work, right? And I'm like, here it is, updated, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos. And I was like, I was just about to, I'm like, I got to watch this. So first, the backstory of like why this is like one of the foundation pieces of Brightside Home Theater. I've said it on the show. Is like John and I, when I was down in Texas talking to him back in 2018, we were like, we're loving all of these movies to a degree, right? We're like, but all you hear on social media or any podcast is all the hate. It's like everybody just loves to tell you what's so bad about these things. And it's like, okay, well, what about the people that enjoyed these things? And this was one of them where we were like, it ain't that bad. It's a comic book movie. What are you doing? Why are you getting so serious with it? And so, yeah, I wanted to bring this one up and it just never came up. We might have done it. Maybe we did it on chat. I don't know. I forget what John probably thinks it's awful too. I mean, it isn't great. Rewatching it today, it was like, I still have fun with it, but it's not a great movie. And there's some talk about, it's not CGI so much in this. I had actually enjoyed the CGI. We'll get to that in a minute. One of the negatives is like, I don't know if it was reshoots or what, but his like wig, or there's some shots of Ryan Reynolds where you're like, you actually took one of the like handsomest men on the planet and made him like homely because of the way this wig was, and like the black hair. It looked like he had shoe polish for hair color on the sides. It was just awful. But that didn't take me out of it. But yes, this was one of those movies that John and I had talked about way back when. And so yeah, it's just funny. It drops today, and I'm like, I made the time to get to watch it today. And yeah, it's not that good, but I have a blast with it. It's just, it was, I don't see the hatred though. I honestly don't. I'm like, no, it's not that good. And you got to remember, back in 2011, I think we got Avengers that year. We were
2012 Avengers.
Yeah, we were 3 years. Okay, so we were 3 years into the introduction of the MCU. We were in the middle of or just ending the Dark Knight trilogy, right? So I think the Dark Knight trilogy really changed the comic book movie landscape. Like, wait, these movies can be this good? I mean, because if you compare the Dark Knight trilogy to even, Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2, there's a huge difference critically there on movie making. It's like one's is definitely a comic book movie, and the other one's like, wait, these are legit films that are about a comic book character. Right. The difference there. So I think that elevates our expectations. And then comes along the DC. This is before the DCU. This is before Zack Snyder. And they tried to do bright and fun and funny like the MCU with a DC movie. And everybody went, this stinks. And, it does. Where would you put this against, Hulk, the Hulk that came out after Iron Man? Or the Hulk that was before Iron Man. It's kind of in that ballpark, which they're still entertaining. It's still comic book movies. And so that's the movie. I have fun with it. I love Ryan Reynolds. I have a blast with it. I love his sarcasm in everything he does, right? The Proposal. I watch that all the time. I get Shawshank by that all the time because I love listening to him. But anyways, the home theater experience in here, oh my God. The new, I hadn't seen this in a while because I kept meaning to watch it for the show and it didn't. But the suit, if you remember the suit, it's like energy, which is one of the things he didn't like about it. He didn't want to wear a CGI suit. He wanted the suit to be real, but the way they do it now and what I'm seeing with with this display and the CGI and the brightness and the Dolby Vision, it's like, you could see through them. And it's like what you're seeing, it almost looks 3D because you have the energy inside behind the emblem on the Green Lantern emblem on the front. That is all moving. But then there's parts of the suit, and in between them, you see all that energy moving. What I thought was interesting is when he was on, what's the planet that he goes to? I forget.
Oh, man.
Yeah, exactly. But he was the only one that seemed like that hat. What's that?
Krypton.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that. You could see an aura coming off of his suit where some of the other characters didn't necessarily have that. But the detail that you got out of this is fantastic. It's too good because there's times when his mask looks great because it's CGI. Then there's other times where you're like, whoops, they forgot to CGI it and you just see green painted mask. So there's a slip up there. One of them was when he was laying on his side. And he's just suffering, and it's a darker shot, and it doesn't look like they did as much. And it's just, you could see it's just like green painted on his eyes, where there's other times where it just looks like a great mask. And it's it looks fantastic, but anyways, the detail and stuff like that, the space when the battle at the end of the movie, and so the character that, what's the character's name? It's, I wrote it down because I knew I'd do this. Parallax. So he's fighting him, and he's like a smoky character with light, but dark, a lot of black smoke, grays and stuff. So he's in the blackness of space, and you have that going on. All of them fighting through space, and you have just the contrast in the HDR. It just looked 3D. And then you have him, Ryan Reynolds, in a green suit and a green flying through space. It looked fantastic. It was, like I said, very much like 3D, very vibrant, very rich colors. And I thought it was just like a comic book, like jumping off the screen at me. audio wise, the Atmos. Now I'm running 5.1 in here right now, but there were some scenes where, like you said, they enveloped you around the room, felt like it was going overhead. Things were. There was one where I think it was either him or a jet. It flew from center to the right, back, and out the left, and everything, the whole room. It was like I was back in my own old theater, and got to do that one. Back on that button, and it's like, wow, that was nice. Can't imagine what it would have been nice in my old theater, or if I have the Atmos go when I get the Atmos going here. Bass was decent for what I have set up here. I can't speak to how deep it goes and everything like that, but there were some nice rumbles. There were some nice bass shots, bass notes that kind of moved through the room too. The way things set up that way, where again, battle and parallax and it's like, and it's going around the room. A lot of clutter going around the room as well. Tons and tons of full room engagement. I have a blast with it. I'm like, I was so excited to be able to get, I mean, I'm sure it would have been good on the glasses and with the, spatial audio, but this was so much more fun. So your thoughts on the Green Lantern? Bring us back to Earth.
I've only seen the movie once, actually. I've got the 3D Blu-ray. Jordan's been saying in the chat.
Yeah.
I have to, and I've kept hold of it. I've only seen it through once. I didn't see it in theaters. I saw literally the 3D Blu-ray in the old cinema room on a massive 46-inch TV, but in 3D. And I remember thinking, it's a very average movie, and I like Ryan Reynolds as well. So I remember thinking, I want to enjoy it, and it's directed by Martin Campbell. So of course he's a Kiwi. And he's done some movies that I love. I mean, again, Mask of Zorro and Casino Royale and GoldenEye. This is a guy who knows how to mount a movie, and so I like it, but I haven't seen it since. And I mean, put it this way: if the 4K disc hit next week, I'd buy it, because I would be interested in seeing it again. And funny enough, Deej, as you've been speaking, I typed it into IMDb because I wasn't sure what year it was either. And as we've been talking, the trailer's been running on IMDb, and this is running, and my laptop's got 2 OLED screens. And I've just been watching it on that and thinking, that looks really good.
Yeah.
Again, the purple kind of the space, and then the backdrops and the green. It looks lovely.
Such great colors. They have such great colors in this movie. They really hit that bright, vibrant look when they made the movie, right? And it's like, again, there's going to be some CGI that and it's mostly with him. I don't know if they cut budget or they reshoots or whatever, but there's a few things. There's some issues. Yeah. But overall, I mean, it's a fun movie, and it's not the greatest movie. It never went anywhere, and that's the sad part, because there's I was reading on IMDb earlier, like Blake Lively wanted to keep going because her character actually becomes a superhero as well, and it was like, it could have been fun, but it did. And one other thing I did see on the IMDb is like Ryan Reynolds had talked like he didn't get along with the director, things didn't go right, and he had always he didn't like the movie, obviously, and there were times he put it into his movies that he didn't like the movie as a regret. But then recently he's coming back on that, and he's watched it and he's saying now I'm like, is that what's going on there? Are they, why is he coming back on that? Because it's also where he met his wife.
Yeah, well, quite.
And they've had 4 kids since then, and it's like you can't have horrible memories of the whole thing, but it
was compromised from the outset. I think there were issues, there were studio problems, there were director issues, there were producer problems. There was all kinds of behind the scenes problems with that movie, which I think found its way onto screen. Right. But like I said, I would definitely buy it. I mean, Jordan's saying he thinks there's a 4K UHD release in development for it. I mean, I said I would pick it up, with a sense of trepidation. But I would like to see it, and it would be interesting to compare it to the 3D Blu-ray, actually.
Yeah, I've seen the 3D. I have the 3D as well. Yeah. That was one of the ones I watched with my projector when I first got it, because that was the first projector I had with 3D. Yeah. So,
I mean, I maintain I'm certain a decent 4K remaster would be better than the 3D, but I know Jordan said he thinks the 3D looks really good. But I mean, it was post conversion again. I remember that, So it would be
Yeah.
nice to again see the 4K version and see whether or not that's better than the 3D one. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
I mean I don't hate it. It's one of those movies that is very middle of the road to me. I don't absolutely hate it. Don't love it. It's there, it exists, and if it's on TV, I'd watch it. I would. It's not like I'd be, oh, this is awful, turn it off. I don't think I'd be like that at all.
Yeah. And it's it was one of those things like John and I used to talk about. Like, I think people, Jordan saying there is an extended cut of the film. I was hoping we got that. I've seen that as well.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? Oh yeah, John and I, like, I think people see movies like this and it's easy to pick apart. So what John and I used to say at the beginning, like before we even started the show, it's like, because it's so easy to pick apart, it's such low hanging fruit. Like, it allows people the opportunity to show like how smart they are in movie making. Like, this isn't exactly how you should do this scene. And come on, people, it's a comic book movie. Leave your brains at the door. Yes. Can comic book movies be fantastic? Like the Dark Knight trilogy or something like that? Or but not everything is going to be, Casablanca out of a comic book movie. And not everything's going to be perfect. Have fun with it, and it's like, if you don't like it, okay. But it's like, just try to have fun with these things.
Yeah.
And,
No, I agree.
that was this one.
Yeah, it's good. It's okay. As I said, as a movie, worth seeing.
Yeah.
And again, I'll definitely review it if the 4K disc hits.
Yeah. Cool. Can't wait. It exists. We know it exists. The studio owns it. The studio has it. Now they got to get it out on actual physical disc. So,
oh yeah,
there we go. Finally, I got that off my chest. It's only been like 7 years. No. All right. You want to do a quick one before we?
Fire away.
What do you want to do before we do our show title?
Do you want to do the one that you were saying about starting with, or do you want to do the one there with that one there that you just put your cursor over?
There we go.
We can do this one.
You want to do this one? There we go. All right. Let's come into the stage.
Okay. So, as I said on Twitter earlier, Tunes and Terrors. Well, this is the Terror, and we'll bring the tunes in a minute. Okay. So this then is the 4K UHD DTS HD 5.1 sporting the first of the Conjuring movies, which is a very new release here. I think it came out last week, I think it was. So it's a new release here, and I watched it over the weekend. Your experience with the Conjuring movies, Deej? Seen them, not seen them?
No, I don't think I've seen a single one.
Okay, well, which would make sense. I mean, I get that. It's now, being me, I've got all of the Conjuring movies on Blu-ray, and I've seen them more than once. And I came to this with a little bit of uncertainty because I had read some reviews saying it's not that big an upgrade over the Blu-ray. And I said 4K UHD, DTS HD 5.1, no Atmos, which is a shame, but there it is. So and the reviews I'd read said, if you A/B them, there's a difference between the Blu-ray and the 4K, and the audio is the same track. So so what? Right from the beginning, it's a Warner's disc. Right, well, new line, but same thing. Right from the beginning, you get a yellow font of The Conjuring. It says The Conjuring. Okay, black background, yellow of The Conjuring. Instantly, I could see a dramatic difference. This is not a little bit of a difference. It was a significant difference, and so straight away, much sharper. And I'm thinking, well, okay, I'm here. Let's do this. Now, the film itself is enjoyable if you like these kinds of movies. This is a haunted house, faux true story, kind of movie. It plays very fast and loose with the characters. This is Ed and Lorraine Warren, played by Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga. I think I'm saying that right. Who are playing Ed and Lorraine Warren, who are real life ghost hunters, paranormal investigators, whatever you want to call it. And they did deal with a number of well-known cases, and this is one of them. And so if you like this kind of thing, it's modern horror, so quiet, bang, as Mark Kermode, one of the critics over here, likes to say. And this is, all the way through it, quiet, bang, quiet, bang. And it's just that kind of movie. And if you like those films, and I do mostly, they're not my favorite kind of horror, but I do like them. And so the movie is as good as it's ever been. So yeah, now video, I think it's significantly better, dramatically better at times. There are some exterior shots of this house, which is haunted, where again, there's beautiful blue sky, white fluffy clouds. It's set kind of autumn time, so you've got leaves on the ground, which all look very detailed. It is quite three-dimensional at times. I think it does look significantly better. And I don't need to look at the Blu-ray to be able to tell you this is 4K HDR all day long. And again, I wonder whether some of these reviewers are looking at non-calibrated displays or in brightly lit rooms or whatever. I don't know, or too far away from too small a screen. I don't know. But to me, it looks significantly better. Now, the audio is the same track as the Blu-ray. I really like the audio in this. Upmixed to Neural X. The banging is nice and loud, and it's got some bass to it. And as the movie builds, as these movies all do, when it goes nuts towards the end and what's haunting them haunts them some more, the room goes bananas. Carl Ellsworth, if you're listening, Carl, get ready for a good storm sequence, because this is one of those ones where you have the thunder which rolls around the ceiling. So even when, I've only got 2 Atmos speakers, but I can tell you now, it rolls. So using the surround speakers and then your height speakers, it moves and rolls around the room, and it's great. It's really cleverly done, and it feels right above you. And then when it all kicks off, it goes completely crazy at the end. Again, the room comes alive. It's awesome, and it feels like a true Atmos mix. This does not feel like an upmixed Neural X mix at all. It was really good. So again, you like the movie, this is the disc. This is how to see it. Forget the Blu-ray, forget DVD, forget streaming. Get this, and hopefully the others will come. Conjuring 2 is only on Blu-ray. The Conjuring 3, The Last Rites, I've reviewed on the show. That's in 4K, which I've got. And then there are spin-offs and all kinds of stuff. And then The Conjuring, The Last Rites is in cinemas now, so that's why they've released this. And I haven't seen that one yet. I see all of these pretty much at home, because I can't stand the audience that sees these. The audience it's aimed at are 15, 16-year-old kids who go in with their phones and they talk and they cause chaos. So I'd much rather see this at home, because I'm going to experience it. I want to see it properly. So yeah, really enjoyed it. This is well worth picking up. I think it's only $19.99 as well, so it's quite cheap as a new disc. Very, very good. So well worth picking up.
Nice. Yeah, I've never gotten into the series.
No,
never,
which I get.
Yeah, it just it's like, what year did this come out? Did you say?
Oh, you testing me now?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said.
No, you're okay. No, you're right. Conjuring. Yeah. 2013.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's just never struck me.
I
wouldn't enjoy it. I might actually like it. I like these kind of movies. This is the kind of horror I do like. So
yeah, but it's as cliched as everything you've ever seen. Couple move into new house. They've spent all their money on it, so they can't leave, and their children are all there. And wouldn't you know it, they find a strange room in the house, and suddenly funny things start happening.
And a Ouija board.
Well, that's about the only thing it's missing. But it is. But genuinely, it is literally. Oh, look at that mystical. Look at that dodgy cupboard and wardrobe. Look at that. Look at the creaky floorboards. Oh, did that door open all on its own? Oh no, it's that kind of movie. So, but if you like it, you're along for the ride. You know what you're doing. But I saw that front door. Yeah,
very cool.
Oh well, cheers, Reggie.
Well, he had said earlier he wanted to hear your review before he bought it. Now he's like, all right. Cha-ching. There you go.
We'll enjoy Van Gogh, and if you see it, let me know what you think of it. But as a disc, it's great.
There you go. Not me. That's it, Van. Yeah, on Van Gogh's behalf. Yeah, exactly. So I'm saying your accent now.
On your behalf.
Yep. Look at Steve. That's all excited. He's like, Master and Commander just showed up. Hopefully, he can push this to the head of the queue. Easy for me.
Ours is not out until Monday here, Master and Commander. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. It really has been a long time.
Right.
But it comes out Monday with Ballerina, John Wick, and
Oh yeah, I saw
also
that.
Dangerous
Yep.
Animals as well, which I
Oh,
am very much looking forward to seeing.
nice.
Shark movie, serial killer shark movie.
What the?
I know. Yeah. With what's his face? Old Captain Boomerang. What's his name? Jai Courtney. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
serial killer
Yep.
shark movie. Very odd, but really good reviews. Can't
Wasn't
wait.
that the basis of Jaws 3?
No, that's the shark was the killer in that one, wasn't it? The shark was the literal kind of stalking. And
Yeah, that's
that
what I
was
meant. Like
4.
he's a
That was
serial
4.
killer. Like he's
Revenge,
just going.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Jaws of Revenge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Famously, Michael Caine, who was in that, says, "I've never seen it, but I've seen the house it bought."
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to very much looking forward to that. That's Monday. So
Nice.
yeah, should be good. Plenty for next week. All right, I see what's on the screen.
Here we go.
Oh, let's do this.
This is a show title, but it's a first, and it's. I mean, you got to introduce it, and then I'll do backstory, and we'll get from there.
Okie dokie.
All right,
we gotta
ready?
Explain why. Yeah.
Let's. All right, we're bringing it. Here we go. This is so slay.
Oh man, let's not get down with the kids. Oh man, because I'm terrible. Okay, so how does one explain this? So we're two 50-something, males who this week watched K-pop Demon Hunters. It's a good job I'm not on screen because you just see me going really red in sheer embarrassment.
Yeah, exactly.
And so super quickly, the reason I've come to this, and it's on Netflix, 4K, UHD, Dolby Atmos, all the Dolbys, as John says. Love it when John says that.
Yeah.
So why us? Why this? Why now? Why full stop? So I'd never heard of this until a couple of months ago when someone called DJ
something called
that there were two young kids outside of his then cinema who needed entertainment.
Not my cinema, my studio under the stairs.
Okay. Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, I was watching the girls. Yep.
That's the one, and had said that they are watching something, and I'm like, oh, what are they watching? And you said K-pop Demon Hunters, and I said, what the heck? I might have said something a bit more forceful than that, but off air. And you didn't really explain it, which is understandable. You just said the kids will love it.
Well, I did. I gave it because I had to watch the kids, and I knew that I had to do the show, so I was like, I'll just set up outside. I didn't want to put them in the theater because I wouldn't be able to see or hear them in the theater because that was across the basement. So I was like right outside the room. There was a I don't know, 50-inch TV or whatever, 55-inch TV. I'll set them up on that. I went on to Netflix. It was literally brand new. I don't know if it dropped that day or the day before or whatever, or maybe that weekend. And the trailer came up and I watched the trailer and I was like, wow. And it literally, and I said that day, I was like, because I remember I couldn't think of the name exactly. I was like, some K something demon or whatever. I go, but it's from the makers of like the Into the Spider-Verse trilogy. So it's, Sony, it's really good. It's supposed to be, the trailer looks fantastic. And I think it was Jordan in the chat called it. He was like, oh, K-pop demon. I was like, that's the one. Right. So I found it for the girls. I thought the trailer was a little maybe too adult not adult, but too, mature for maybe Victoria. She's only 6, but Larissa was like, no, they'll be fine with it. I was like, okay, I'm setting them up. Well, it turns out they absolutely love this movie. They cannot stop watching it. Anytime anybody watches them, they're like, what do you want to watch? It's like K-pop Demon Hunters. They listen to it in the car. They do, everywhere they go. And because of that, more and more people have been talking about it on the show. And we're like, all right, last week, you're like, how did you run into it to make you all
so
of a
you
sudden
mentioned that, and I just dismissed it from my mind because I was thinking, it's a kids thing. That's not K-pop. What? And
we're too busy watching SISU.
Indeed, or indeed Evil Dead Rise, and the demons that I'm watching are much cooler.
Exactly.
And so I immediately threw it from my mind because I know what K-pop is, and it doesn't interest me in the slightest. And I just thought, right, okay, in one ear out the other. But weekend before last, it was Kevin Smith, Mark Bernardin on Fat Man Beyond, because Mark Bernardin said on there, oh, I've just watched K-pop Demon Hunters, and he said they released it in theaters over there, and in 2 days it took $20 million. Bearing in mind it's on Netflix, and it has been for weeks and weeks and weeks.
Yeah.
So and he said I watched it, and he's in, he's old. I think he's a little older than you, Deej. And he said, so I watched it, and he said the last 20 minutes is like, What's Up Danger from Into the Spider-Verse. He said it's incredible. It's life affirming. It's amazing. And he said it's got some really good tunes. And he said one of them is called Golden. And so I turned off the podcast and I searched Golden on Apple Music, and I listened to that, and I thought that's quite a good song. So I had it in my head, and last week we talked about it briefly, and I thought, you know what? And I watched the trailer with someone also a bit more age appropriate, a little bit more, who watched it and was like, that looks quite good. But he's like, I don't watch movies, as I keep saying. So I thought, well, do you know what? I'm gonna be secure in my masculinity, and I'm gonna watch it, which I then did, and I put it on in the cinema room, and I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I mean, in spite of myself, and with all due, I don't know what you want to call it. I'm not sure. I'm speechless. But with all due sense of dread, I thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyed it, and it whipped by. And the songs were really good, and the story's really well done, and I thoroughly enjoyed the film, even despite everything else.
Yeah.
So the movie was really good. But again, strangely enough, it's rather enhanced by its delivery system.
Oh, yeah.
What I wasn't expecting. I mean, I thought I'm going to get catchy songs, fun story, done. Because Mark Bernardin, they never talk home theatre. Kevin Smith's got a 100-inch screen in his bedroom, but it's a really old TV. And he famously just watches stuff on his laptop, right? Fancy doing that. But he does, so he famously does that. So they never talk home theatre. They never discuss sound and video, and they just don't. And I get that. So I thought it'll be catchy music. It might be a fun story, and if it looks and sounds okay, then that's great. I think at times this is pushing reference, because
especially
video,
for streaming,
yeah. Oh my goodness me, the video is at times breathtaking. I mean, I put on Twitter. There are times I don't think I've ever seen so many colors. On my screen at one time before, especially towards the end. It looks just stunning. And I mean, we used to Across the Spider-Verse and Into the Spider-Verse, part of a trilogy, by the way, Deej, just so you know. So there's a callback for 2 years ago, and it looks beautiful in 3-dimensional as hell. The black levels are great. The brights look incredible. All the neon and all the stuff, it looks just great. It's really detailed, even within the stylized animation that there is. I thought it looked fantastically good. And whilst I was watching it, someone who is not age appropriate, i.e. older, came wandering in, wondering what the hell I was watching, and was like, wow, that does look really good. And sat down and kind of watched about 10, 15 minutes before wandering out. And they were like, that's actually really good looking and sounds really good. I'm like, yeah, you think?
Yeah.
So it sounded good, looked great. There's constant movement with the Atmos audio. The songs are good, the bass is good, all kinds of stuff. I thought it was pushing reference for streaming. Yeah. I mean, not it's not pushing it like F1 did, but I think it is. But it's an incredible presentation of a really fun film.
This is the home theater experience wise is the way this is pushing, and why I think we feel like this is pushing references, because it's hitting everything, right? So like, you could have a physical disc that's fantastic audio wise, but the video just isn't as perfect, right? Or it's just, or maybe it is perfect, but it's not the type of video that's going to lend itself to being like, oh my God, it like just overwhelming the senses, right? This one has it all. It's like you said, all the colors on the screen, the black levels are just dead on. I mean, it's just, and this is streamed, and I'm not getting like you would say, like crushing or anything like that. It's just so gorgeous. The vibrancy, the 3D-ness of everything because of what you can do with animation, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's what, no sound on, and you would be overwhelmed by what's on your screen. Then you put the sound on, and it's not just sound. It's like you said, it's the music, it's the songs that are part of, the movie. It's like you have to pay attention because the songs mean something to the movie.
Telling a story.
So you're paying attention to that. You're being overwhelmed with the sound moving around the room, with the way the characters are moving on the stage as they're moving around, and different characters are speaking and voices are coming from different places. And it might not be the dynamic sound that you get out of a physical media, or it might not have the exact, pinpoint presence of physical media of like the voice should be perfect, but you're so overwhelmed and entertained by everything that you can't help but walk away and go, that is probably one of the best movies I've seen in my room in a long time. Like the way it used the room. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like we say, like it's a kid's movie for all intent, but it's not. It's like I'm seeing stuff in this movie that these kids won't understand until they're older, and they'll be like, they'll watch it when they're teenagers and they'll take more out of it, and they'll be like, that's what that meant, right? Because now they're a little more mature and they see what they're talking about here. And then even when 10 years from then, they'll be like, oh my God, I didn't even see that when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
There's some stuff here and then movie making, foreshadowing. I pointed one out to the girls that's early on in the movie. I'm like, we don't know this about that character yet, but you do right here. That's foreshadowing. They're like, why? I go, because they told you here. And they're like, and then we got into an entire conversation out of that, which is a blast. It's like, here I am talking movies with a 6 and a 9-year-old and movie making because of this. And it is, and I had to watch it when they weren't here. they were out. This is a 1-seat theater right now. And if I start cranking, this is bad enough. Jen was here and she's like, are you dancing in there? No, but it sounds that good. But if they heard it, they would have been like, DJ, put a bang, bang, bang on the door. I'm like, oh, come. But it's an absolute blast. It's an absolute blast.
Did they watch it in the old theater room? Have they seen it?
They've never seen it in the old theater. I'm trying to, I'm shopping around right now for how I can get multiple chairs in here. And so we can set them up to watch something like that. Like I said, I told you that last week.
Yeah.
But no, they only watched it in, they just sit on their couch and they watch it. It's a 75-inch in our living room too. Not this, quality, but it's 75-inch TV in the living room. And they love it. Everywhere they go, they listen to the music in the car.
So do I now.
Yeah.
I've got the 3 main songs on the, on the iPhone.
Yeah. I don't have to listen to it in the car because when they're with me, it's on in the car. So there you go.
I mean, I think it's really, really cool. I'm very, very surprised. I mean, it's come out of nowhere for me.
Yeah.
And no one was more surprised than I was. Again, 50-something, male lawyer.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be watching, anything that's by Shakespeare. Watching this and absolutely having a blast with it.
Shakespeare or explosions. One or the other. You gotta,
or Shakespeare with explosions.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Done.
It's very, honestly, really, really fun. This again, I mean, I hope, DJ, I might need you to remind me that at the end of the year that this ought to be in the conversation, if not actually in the top 10. Because the problem is, you see, when I'm looking at the end of the year, I'll just look at my Movies app,
right?
Various months.
It's hard to remember the streams.
That's the thing. So I may need you to remind me.
Yeah, it's that's what makes it tough. Yeah,
for sheer fun, it really should be somewhere. So,
Paul in the chat saying, so I guess we have to be ready for this never to come out on disc. No, there have been some Netflix
Sony release. So
it's a Sony release that was released to theaters.
Yep.
And there is there's a sing-along version that I know they've been playing that at the theaters as well. That's probably why, you're getting 20 million in 2 days, because there is a sing-along version that you can go to the theater, they'll play the sing, and everybody, it's a blast to take the kids. We actually looked into it and it just didn't work with everybody's schedule to be able to, because it was one weekend. But I would hope to get this physical, or I'm hoping it drops on Kaleidoscape, because I would definitely grab. This would be awesome to see with a physical release instead of streamed. So, I mean, how much more dynamic can you get? I don't know, but it was a blast.
Yeah, I mean, I'd happily see this again, and I now know that there are two other people that do now want to see this because I've been raving about it for days.
Yeah.
And as I said, one of them happened to wander in and was like, "Wow, that's great." Although
Yeah.
the person that's age appropriate has been annoyed because of others that sing it, and it's driving him crazy. So we'll have to see. But yeah, I would happily buy it, happily watch it again.
Yeah.
I may well see the stream again before our end of year show just to remind myself of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, for a movie that should not engage us at all. You and I, Deed, should be watching this with people that are age appropriate under absolute sufferance,
Yeah.
dreading every minute of it. But it was just got swept along in this just incredible looking and sounding and really fun movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
fair play.
yeah, and it's another example of like when you joined the show, and I used to get the emails of like how we do this show, right? And it was like when you first joined in, you're like, oh, maybe we should pick a movie that we all watch that week. And then when you do that, it sounds good in theory, but then when you do it, that becomes a chore. Right. And it's like what this show is about is the experiences, and we don't force our experiences. We do it so that we sit down to watch a movie and you're like, oh my God, I'm going to watch Invisible Man. It's like, oh, there was a Kevin Bacon, or like, I haven't seen Footloose. I haven't seen the other Footloose. And then you see a character and oh, I want to see this. And it's the inspiration that guides you through what you're going to watch. Right? Like you sit down to watch something in your living room and something pops on and you've got to run to your theater now to put that movie on. Whatever takes you, whatever experience in life gets you to the experiences in your theater. And that's what this is about. And this is evidence of that, right? You're walking through the parking lot and you step in a puddle and you're soaking wet because of the puddles. Oh, Poseidon. I'm going to go home and watch Poseidon. Right? It's something like that. Right. And it's like, you turn the ship upside down. You're 2 feet up, 2 feet down, whatever. But it's like, it's the inspiration that gets you to watch these shows. And like part of the fun of our explanation, we couldn't wait to tell everybody how we got to this point. And it's not just the movie, right? So that's, it's awesome. And that's why I'm hoping it does make the top 10 so we can talk about this again.
Talk it again. Yeah, man. I mean, quite. Yeah. Well, it'll be in the conversation for sure.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt about it. But so good.
So
really good.
I can't wait to like get the email. Oh my God, my wife walked in and I'm watching K-pop Demon Hunter.
Yeah, I had to quickly switch over the channel to something a bit more adult.
Yeah.
Because that's less embarrassing than being caught watching this.
Oh God. So great. So great. But
it's very cool.
So yeah, that was a blast. And I told the girls 2 nights ago, whatever, that we'd be talking about it this week. So they were like, really? Yep. So there you go. Yeah. Next week we will be probably talking something else next week too. So
well, yeah. I mean, can I just quickly do a very quick honorable mention that is
absolutely
not in the show? You and I have talked about it briefly on during the week. Just for those that might be interested in this, we don't normally cover rom-coms. We don't normally do those. But I just say, anyone that has a mind to watch a rom-com, the movie Anyone But You, which I think is a 2023 movie with Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell. I saw that for the first time this week. I imported the Blu-ray from Norway. It's a Sony movie, and the Blu-ray on that is about as reference 1080p video and not a million miles away from reference audio. As you can imagine, the whole thing's like one of those demo discs you get in Best Buy. It's ridiculously good. So I didn't get a picture for the show because we don't really deal with rom-coms generally. But boy, oh boy, if you can track down the Blu-ray of that, or indeed the 4K on Kaleidoscape, then give it a go because it looks and sounds incredible, and it's a very fun film. There you go. Cool. Honorable mention.
Honorable mentions. There we go.
Anyone but
you. The AI is going to have a blast with that. Honorable mention. Anybody but DJ on the show. Because he doesn't know what button to hit.
Yes, AI suggests I'll just take over the show.
Yeah, exactly. So,
very cool.
So, should we wind up the show and do the open? End the show with the open since we opened the show with the ending?
Oh, gosh. Now it's all getting very confusing. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Scenes.
Oh boy. Yeah. So, all right. That's it. We're going to wind it up from here. We're going to wind it up, whatever. I am heading out to Denver in the morning. Well, I'll have, at the very least, check back here next week for my full report on everything all the experiences in Denver. Todd just hit me up now for a meeting with him on Thursday. He's got a 30-minute window. I saw the screen. He's got a 30-minute window for a lunch on Thursday, which is that, to be fair, that's what he gave me last year. And we got 20 minutes. And it was so memorable. It's like, I do remember we had lunch and we had water in a can, which was weird. We didn't like that. So,
well, you've got 20 minutes to persuade him that F1 is in fact a good movie.
Exactly, I know. So, the fact that you just mentioned F1, it literally just got cut to 20 minutes. I might only get 15 out of him now. So it's like he's a busy man and he doesn't have time for my BS. So my bright side or my BS. So, yeah. So, but yes. So we'll have all of that next week. And but yes, everybody, thanks to everybody in the chat. Thanks for coming back. Everybody rebounded really well. Numbers went right back up. Thank you. I wonder how that did on Twitter. Like,
I just think,
I don't know what we did there because we get quite a few viewers there too. But yeah. So, but the audio, check out the audio only if you're listening now. It'll all be stitched together. I don't know if it'll be on time because I'm going to be at Cedia doing it. So, but it'll be out on Friday. So other than that, that's how it goes. All right. Everybody have a great week. Thanks to everybody. Thanks to the patrons. Thanks to everybody in the chat. Thanks to Steve. Thank you very much. John at home. Hi. It's like, we haven't forgotten about you, buddy. Wave. Yeah, he's doing well. And we will talk at the very least. We'll talk next week. Check YouTube. Maybe Steve and I'll have something live from Cedia, but check in here and there. Until then, you know what you got to do.
Go push play.
What he said.
That's right.
Hey Fred. This has been a Hey Fred production with theme music by Jeff Bernhardt and Throne Vault Productions.